Hello, I'm Angela Cox with Midwest Speakers Bureau, and today I'm here with motivational speaker Anne Bonney. Anne will be speaking at this year's Speakers Showcase on Tuesday, August 25th. So today, in our visit with Anne, she'll be sharing with us a little bit more about her background and what she brings to the table as a motivational speaker. So Anne, we're so excited to have you here with us today.
Hey, thanks so much for having me.
Great. Well, first, can you share with us a little bit about your background as a professional speaker?
Yeah, sure. I've been professionally speaking for about 5 years. I had a kind of a crazy background. I was a special needs teacher. I was an animal trainer. Then I moved into corporate, worked for Under Armour, ran a large gym chain, or the group exercise part of a large gym chain. So I had a lot of crazy experiences. And when I was figuring that I wanted to move out of the corporate arena, I said, you know what? I think I'm going to try this speaking thing. And it's worked pretty well for the last 5 years.
Okay, great. So what are some of the key topics that you focus in on?
Well, as you can see from all of those career changes, change is kind of my jam. We grew up overseas. I've moved, a whole bunch of times to 4 different continents and different languages and different religions and different cultures. And so change is where I focus, not only change how individuals deal with change, but how do we manage people through change? And
Okay.
so some of the topics that go along with that as well.
Okay, great. Well, we definitely have seen a lot of change this year.
Just a little.
Can you also share with us how you customize your message for each one of your audiences?
Yeah, I'd like to have a conversation with the meeting organizer just to find out who's in the room, what are the challenges they're having, so that I can really focus on the key areas of the topic to really help that audience with what they need in the moment. Because otherwise, I'm just up there talking to hear myself talk. I'm really there for the audience. So I want to get to know who's in the audience and what challenges can I help them to solve.
Okay. Well, I know you're really high energy and lots of humor in your presentations. What other ways do you use to engage your attendees?
It's interesting. I'm doing my first in-person speech on Thursday. And one of the things that I've used in the past that I'm using a lot on Thursday is poll everywhere. We have so many great, easy polling things where you can have it coming up on behind you. And so everybody sees their answers right away. So it's a pretty neat way to engage everybody, use technology, and involve them in what's going on. I also like to do small group discussions. Sometimes I do a little call and response if the audience is really feeling into it. So just try to keep everybody engaged because it makes it a lot more interesting to sit there and listen.
Okay. Well, you mentioned that your key topic is change. What would be something really briefly that you could give to our viewers to let them know how to deal with change right now?
Yeah, one of the biggest things, I wrote a book on this, and one of the tips, one of the key areas for a bunch of the tips is to think about why it's happening. Because oftentimes we just rail against not liking it. But if we really think about why it's going on, why we're making these changes, and what they mean. So if it's a change in an organization, we want to paint a picture of what it's going to look like when we get to that new normal. If you take the pandemic right now for a perfect example, why is this happening? Well, it doesn't really matter why it's happening. We are making these changes so we can stay safe and keep our communities safe. So that why, keeping that in your mind helps you move out of resistance and into, all right, well, okay, let's move forward with this thing.
Okay, great advice. So as you know, our showcase theme this year is Unmask the Possibilities. So what was your favorite costume to dress up as a child?
I had a Casper mask that this was back in like 1975 or 76. It was this plastic thing with the rubber band that goes around your head and like tangles up in your hair, but it had this tiny hole in the mouth. And when I would stick my tongue through it, everybody would laugh and laugh. And so I would do that as often as possible. It was my little Casper mask.
Great. Okay, well, thank you, Anne. We really have looked forward to visiting with you today. And we look forward to seeing you live on stage on Tuesday, August 25th at our showcase.
I got my mask ready.
All right. So if you'd like more information on Anne, please visit our website at speakernow.com. You can also go to our showcase page and register. So if you have any questions, please reach out. We look forward to seeing you at our speaker showcase on August 25th.
See you there.